I just had a reaction to something a friend of mine posted on Facebook along the lines of if you cry about the pain in the world, you'll have sadness in your heart, and basically to focus on happiness and to be happy no matter what the situation. And I reacted to this. I definitely had to breathe through that reaction because I immediately assumed it was about me, which is very unlikely. But I reacted and I assumed that because I've been approached from several different people telling me basically not to be so depressed about the world and not to always look at these horrible things and that I must just be sad all the time um and but the thing is that's not at all like I definitely do look into a lot of global situations that are not exactly happy, such as the global food market and the child sex slave industry and a lot of economic outflows of capitalism and the different ways in which it destroys lives and countries. Yeah, that's not happy, quote unquote, stuff. But the thing is, I'm not crying and depressed about it uh, because I've I've experienced depressive feelings and I've cried over things that I've seen, but I absolutely realize the um the I can't think of the word, but I absolutely realize that my tears and my depression are going to have absolutely no effect in this world whatsoever. And that being sad and depressed about the state of the world isn't going to change anything. Therefore, what's the point of being sad and depressed? Doesn't make any sense. Um, Same with ignoring all the the horrible stuff that's going on in the world and just focusing on my happiness. I mean, that's obviously not gonna change anything either, and that's almost worse in a way because then I'm not even looking at what's going on in my reality, in the global reality that I exist in and am a part of. Um, so I just want to explain that the people who support the equal money system, we take it upon ourselves to educate ourselves about why these things are happening in reality. It's not that we get sad and depressed and want to put it in everybody's face and, you know, it's not about anything like that except for the we realize that what is empowering is an understanding and a knowledge that we can apply. So, a practical understanding of why it is the way it is. Why is there a child sex slave industry? What supports it? You know, why are there slave wages being paid in certain countries? How is it connected to our lives? And seeing all the interconnections, and because that's empowering, because that's how we're going to find a solution. To educate ourselves and understand these things is the only way to be able to find an alternative type of system or solution, which is the equal money system. That is our proposal for an alternative. The equal money system, which started as an idea and is now filling out in terms of the areas it covers, in terms of how it will function, how things will change, how they are now, why they need to change, and how it will look once it has changed based on research and studies and common sense and um, empirical evidence that already exists. So uh, I personally, and we at Destiny and those of us who support the equal money system are not crying and depressed about the global situation. We're educating ourselves, we're opening our eyes, and we're breathing through those reactions that can just dig you into a pit of despair for what's going on in the world. I mean, yeah, it's horrible, but digging yourself into a pit of despair is, um, burying yourself in the ground and making yourself irrelevant and not making yourself part of the solution at all. It's to not put the blinders of happiness on and not use depression and sadness and tears as disempowerment. It's to open one's eyes and look thoroughly at what's going on, why it's going on, how it's connected to the economic system, to the education system, to other systems. Investigate it, learn it, understand it, educate yourself, and realize there is an alternative possible and a solution is possible. And the first step is agreeing on the problem, agreeing that there even is a problem, because people like my friend who's posting things like I'm gonna have happiness in my heart no matter what the situation and not cry for the pain of the world. I mean, where in that is the statement of I'm going to be aware of my reality and my place within it and what am I gonna do about it? Uh, so this is just, I wanted to discuss this point because I've been approached by several different people telling me to stop being so depressed about the world. I'm not depressed. I'm educating myself and I'm looking for a solution, and that's actually the first breath of fresh air I've had in a long time, is being able to actually contemplate, consider, to fathom a solution is possible, and it is possible. So check out www.equalmoney.org, and the wiki section is where a lot of the research and the how and what and where and all the questions are answered. There's also a really cool FAQ section. Thank you.